And welcome to Talladega Super Speedway qualifying underway for the Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series presented by Mr. Ghostman. Cars just starting to head out on track. See Bill Rivard in the 10. He's got the Strawberry Watermelon Propel car this week. Always keeping you guys up to date on what flavor he's running, because I just happen to know them all because I drink a lot of Propel. Mike Edwards in the 14, Mark Kincaid 54. Ethan Evers 26 rolling out. Brandon Bikey 27 just getting going. Ian Montrose, the Halloween scheme on his M&M's Mustang. Matt Benke got a new paint scheme this week. ScaleTrains.com. Traded in the Amtrak colors this week. Nathan Lafayette 00. Jeremy Scher in the 15. Cody Cleaver, a 19 Mustang this week. If you watch other series, it's hard to get used to him in a 19. Normally runs a 4. Wes Parker in the 22. Hayden Lowell, 67. Blake Roebuck in the 30. I believe Roebuck's going to be the first one on his official lap. Oh, I see how it does it. It just stays as a 1 for the lap number. Makes sense now. So a lot of guys have completed their warm-up. Edwards on the backstretch for his lap. Kincaid, Evers, Bikey, Rivard all on their official time lap. Rivard heading into the tri-oval, so we'll ride with him. Bill through the restart zone there in blue. Across the stripe. Bill goes P2. It's Mark Kincaid. Primary Arms Camaro goes top of the board. Then Mike Edwards takes his Cave RP Fort Worth Screen Printing Toyota to the top. The breast cancer awareness scheme on there. And Blake Roebuck. App State Mustang goes to the top. Ford, Toyota, Chevy in the top 3 spots. Gotta love the parity. Now Bikey takes his plain Jane 27 top of the speed charts. Cliff says he's got to pee anyway. Bill Rivard on his second lap goes to second place. Bikey got his speed on the first lap and looks like he's called it quits. Mike Edwards did his time on the first lap. He's now 5th. Oh my gosh. Show people. There we go. So John Garrett. Dead Parrot Rum 66 machine jumps all the way to the top. There's another one that did it on the first of his timed laps. We'll see if he stays in it for lap 2. Hayden Lowell uses his second lap to get the top of the charts in the 67 Napa Ford. See if Garrett can do one better. Nope. Garrett's heading to pit road. So Hayden sits at the top of the speed charts. Jake Lawrence currently 10th. Cleaver jumps up to the 6th spot. See if Lawrence gains on his second lap. JR Deal goes to 11th. Dustin Franklin jumps up to 5th. Lawrence across the stripe on his second timed lap. Improves but doesn't gain any position. He'll remain in the 14th spot. And that will do it for qualifying. qualifying ending. Hayden Lowell gets the pole for tonight's Fort Worth Green Fitting Xfinity Series race at Talladega. Let's see if we got Hayden in chat. Hayden, DG, you got a copy?
I got you.
First of all, get on track so I can show your car.
There we go. I'm
Second, you got the pole here for tonight's race. Is your plan to stay up front and try to keep it up there, or you want to drift to the back and watch the carnage ensue?
My goal is to lead lap. As long as I can be in the lead, I'm going to stay up here as long as I can. But the moment I get back in that third or fourth row, I am bailing and going to the back. I want
Thanks for coming out, guys. Sorry for the late start.
End is when you win the race, not lap 15.
Same 4. Well, there we go. Hayden Lowell doesn't want to be in the middle. Front's fine, back's fine, just not the middle. Anywhere but the middle.
One of the two ends. In the middle is where you get caught up in wrecks, and I have a tendency to cause the wrecks I'm usually in.
All right, what has a better chance of happening? You being in a wreck tonight, or you doing something bad on pit road, getting a penalty? It's always a question with you. I gotta ask.
I'm gonna drive deep into pit road. I can already tell. I'm gonna speed on entry.
10-4. All right. Good luck to you tonight.
Thank you very much.
Hayden Lowell, your pole sitter for tonight's race at Talladega, starting alongside John Garrett in second. Let's go ahead and get our starting lineup music presented by Labor 12. Hayden Lowell, John Garrett, as we said, your front row. John Garrett in that Dead Parrot Rum Chevrolet. Brandon Bikey in the 27 Chevy starts in third. Wes Parker, the 1010 Supra, starts in fourth. Excuse me. Dustin Franklin, the Fort Worth Screen Esports Chevrolet, starts in fifth. Jeremy Clapper Newell in the October Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness. Geez, that's hard to say. Rolls off in the 6th spot. Cody Cleaver in the Crumble Mustang starts 7th. Ethan Evers in the Cave RP Dysautonomia Awareness Month Toyota starts in the 8th position. Nathan Lafayette, the Penguin Travel Center's Toyota, starts in the 9th spot. Bill Rivard, Strawberry Lemonade Propel Machine, rolls off in the 10th position. Blake Roebuck's App State Mustang starts in 11th. J.R. Deal, the Little Caesars Toyota, starts in 12th. Ian Montrose, M&M's Mustang, rolls off 13th. Jake Lawrence, 10 Cents Toyota, starts in 14th. Mike Edwards, Cave RP Breast Cancer Awareness Toyota, starts 15th. Mark Kincaid, Primary Arm Chevy, rolls off 16th. Jeremy Scherer, the Chevy Accessories Chevy, rolls off in 17th. We have Matt Benke in the ScaleTrains.com Chevrolet, rolls 18th. Harry Grindell, 19th in Team Kamikaze Toyota. Corey Deal starts in 20th in the 44 Track Gear 11th Haven Ford Mustang. Paul Gallimore, the Superflow Motor Oil Chevy, starts in 21st. Andrew Beach, the Spree Adam Petty Throwback, starts 22nd. Cliff Mullins, Midnight Performance Chevy, 23rd. Jay Munch in the Keen Parts Halloween scheme there, starts 24th. And Mark Dingman rolls off 25th in the Grading Authority Chevrolet. 90 laps for tonight's race from Talladega as the field enters turn number 3. See Hayden dropping all the way to the apron because just Hayden. You don't want to be down there going full speed, that is for sure. 25 cars starting tonight's race. The way Talladega works, literally all 25 of them have a legit shot at winning. All about avoiding wrecks, finding your luck, getting some help, teammates, a little bit of speed and a lot of bit of luck. Our racing pace car heads off the track. Field will roll slowly into those blue painted sections and way around the tri-oval towards turn number 1. The start finish line is after pit road at Talladega. And green flags in the air. Hayden Lowell, John Garrett 66-67 lead us down to turn number 1. Lowell has Bikey in the red and white 27 pushing and a little bit of a gap. Top side initially was a little more together, but now it's 3 and 3. See the 21 dropping back on the apron. Wants no part of being in the middle of the field. Bill Rivard drops to the bottom from the top row. Once again, there's a gap from the second to third cars in the inside line, but they're still pushing out front. Hayden Lowell gets the nose of his Mustang in front of John Garrett's Camaro. I believe John Garrett's going to lead lap number 1. Yes, he does. John Garrett leading the lap. Of course, bonus points go out in this series for that. Bottom side looking a little bit more together now. Thankfully, we've been 2x2 most of this race. Haven't seen any crazy 3-wide action until Cliff Mullins does it right there. As soon as I wanted to talk about nobody doing it, Cliff Mullins gets to the inside of the 35 of Banky, and Mullins up to the 17th spot. Now Mullins drops all the way to the apron. Mullins just being an odd duck. Front 2 now have gotten out ahead of John Garrett. Pikey in the 27 gets free around the corners. Garrett runs him back down the straightaway. Pikey's going to peek out to the outside. He wants to go for the race lead here. Pikey abandons that Ford Mustang on the bottom, the 2 Chevys up top. Try and hook up. Pikey's going to lead this lap, but just barely. Goodness gracious, that was close. On lap 4 of 90, we've had 3 different leaders so far officially at the line. John Garrett, Hayden Lowell, and Brandon Bikey in the 27. Cody Cleaver getting those 2 Mustangs on the bottom hooked up. Pushes Hayden Lowell out and tries to get clear himself of the 27 of Bikey. Has help from Bill Rivard and Nathan Lafayette on the inside line. And 4 Fords in the top 12, and they're all on that inside line. Cleaver touches the apron there a little bit, but Rivard not too close, so it didn't cause the field to stack up at all, thankfully. That one was Bikey by a hair. These were finishes to the race. That'd be insane. See, 3 wide a little further back. Andrew Beach all the way to the top by himself. Adam Petty spree throwback. Falls in behind 35 of Matt Banky. Let's go ahead and take a look at our biggest movers so far. Bill Rivard, Cliff Mullins both have moved up 4. Let's see. Bill Rivard there in the 5th spot. Now Harry Grindell showing, jumping up 5. He's in 15th. Jeremy Clapper Newell, we saw him bail out on the backstretch. He dropped all the way to 24th. It's like everyone still has draft. No one's fallen back too far to lose the draft so far. So all 25 cars still in the main pack, as now we're going 3 wide. Oh, and there's a wreck. JR Deal's around. JR Deal's up and into the air, into the fence. Yellow flag comes out as JR Deal goes around. Trying to get a piece of the 9. There he is. Saw he was right behind. Couldn't tell who that was. One more time. Jake Lawrence's teammate gets into him, gets a piece of Harry Grindell, then grabs the 35 of Banky. And all kinds of chaos breaks out. Let's watch from Jake Lawrence. Look from his roof cam. Just gets in the JR a little bit. Smacks the inside wall pretty hard. There's Mark Dingman getting a piece. Dingman gets into Clapper Newell. Clapper Newell gets airborne in the 21. So going to the back did not work out for the 21 of Clapper Newell. He gets hit from behind, turned into the wall. Gets airborne. Goodness gracious. Let's watch from Corey Deal. He said he had a close call. See, he's behind the 69 of J Munch as Jake Lawrence and JR Deal come together up in that third lane. '68 goes pirouetting past the 44. Could see a lot of fuel stops here. Don't really need tires at Talladega. I suspect we'll see a lot of folks come for fuel. See if we can get a better pit lane camera than that one. There we go. Just about everyone coming down. Edwards stays out because Edwards. Maybe Mike wants to lead this lap, not sure. Fuel for the 67 of Hayden, Cleaver, Rivard. Some guys stopping long enough for tires and a little shocking. John Garrett might be repairing some damage. I don't know what he would have got. Didn't think he got a piece of that wreck, but he's definitely taking damage repair in the 66. You see in front of your screen. Bikey 34 seconds down and away. May have been some more contact than we were aware of. 21 Clapper Newell, he's taking his fast repair and down and away. Interesting. JR Deal still taking damage repair. He's going to try to hang on to that fast repair as long as he can, which is a very good move at Talladega. We're only 10% of the way from this one. He forgot to have it checked, so he's sitting there with a meatball getting repairs because he didn't have the fast repair on. Now he's going to need cautions to get his lap back. How long is his repair? We'll pull JR, but he's muted and deafened, so he probably can't hear us. Let's pull in the 68 of Jake Lawrence. Jake, DG, you got a copy?
Oh, what's going on, bud?
It looked like that all started right around you. Could you tell what happened in your car out there?
I was just hot on JR's tail. Got a little bit too much of a run, and he caught Wesley too fast, and it was just too fast of a situation that went wrong.
So a bit of a stack up with him catching Wesley and then you catching him at the same time.
Yeah.
Damn for unfortunate. No teammates never want to wreck each other. And, probably a pain in the butt.
No, that was my fault. Yeah, no, totally my fault. I understand. It happens. I apologize to JR already.
Same for. We're going to go try to talk to him because apparently he forgot to have his fast repair checked.
Oh, boy.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. JRDG, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Well, not the way you want to start off the race. And how much longer do you have to do on your damage repair before it'll let you go?
9 minutes.
Oh my gosh, that's going to do you in, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, that's
I'm not making the playoffs now.
tough way for that one to go. Is it for certain? Are you definitely out?
I was 1 point out.
So you would need somebody to pretty much fall out of the race completely.
Yep.
Let's see if we can look at our points here real quick. And there we go. Yeah, we're 1 point back of Mark Dingman. So you would need Mark to fall out of the race, which of course we don't want to wish on anybody, but you would need him to fall out of the race, and you somehow pass him with your wounded race car.
Yeah.
That's a tough break, sir. All right, well, good luck to you. Who are you rooting for the rest of the way?
Corey.
There you go. Root for the brother. Never hurts. All right, bud. Sorry to see you in a pickle, but it's not technically over yet, so good luck.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
Dejection there in JR Deal's voice. You can tell he was really trying to get into the playoffs, but getting collected there not going to be helpful for his cause. But as we said, not 100% out of it yet. You know that line, so you're saying there's a chance. Hayden has chosen the top here. Actually, Edwards didn't pit, so he's going to be the race leader. Edwards choosing the bottom. Edwards has 8 laps less fuel than most people. 9 less than some of those that came in and topped off on that second lap of caution. JR Deal already fallen 1 lap down, about to go 2 laps down as the field comes around for the restart. Green flag back in the air. Mike Edwards leads us to the stripe. Edwards and Hayden Lowell front of the field. See Andrew Beach jumping to the top. That Adam Petty throwback. Jake Lawrence already being put 3 wide as Harry Grindell going in the middle of the 70. White, red, and black Toyota. Lawrence falling back. I believe that's the 35 of Banky down on the apron. Banky falling back. A lot of cars not wanting to be up to the front, especially after having used some faster pairs. Let's look and see who has taken them and who hasn't. As the field works lap 11. Looks like Harry Grindell in the 70, right up in that mix in that red, white, and black Toyota. He's already used one. Sits on that outside line, 4th car back. It's Bill Rivard leads that lap. Hayden Lowell dropped out in front of Edwards, and they're falling back now. Rivard drops in front of Lowell. Outside line falling apart a little bit. Now Hayden Lowell jumps up to the top. He wants to go after Bill Rivard. Harry Grindell has his teammate Andrew Beach working that 3rd lane. Corey Deal has made his presence known up there. We see Dingman, Clapper, Newell, Grindell all use faster pairs. I'm sure there's more after 20. Let's see if there are splits here. While we watch this 3 wide action up front. Lowell leads the middle line in front of Mullins and Deal. Lowell also leads that lap. Jake Lawrence used his faster pair. He is 24th. That's why you saw Lawrence falling back and out of the field. He wants no part of that. Field races down the backstretch at this huge 2.66 mile Talladega Superspeedway. You get a feel for the size from this shot here. Such a large track. See that 3rd line's falling back. Montrose now joins that middle lane. Hayden Lowell leads lap 13. He thought about dropping to the bottom, but Mullins stayed up on him, and Lowell just did get back in front of Mullins. Now Mullins wants to go to his outside. Hayden Lowell going to be put 3 wide. Montrose looks like he's going to follow Hayden. Montrose then dails to the bottom line. Hayden going through the middle of the sucker hole by himself. Cliff Mullins, Corey Deal come down a little bit. That's not quite going to help Hayden. Harry and Beach kind of running the third line, kind of not. Now they drop down and make it 2x2 again as Edwards comes up off the bottom and scares Cliff Mullins. You saw Mullins jerk the wheel.
Communicating with him.
Get some driver chat going again. Edwards doesn't want to lead in the 14 with this fuel situation. Edwards, I guess he's seen enough. He's pulling out of pack. Interesting strategy for Edwards. He had been up to the front on a strategy call, like thinking he wanted
Sorry, Wes, I was fading up.
track
Just
position,
Michael
and then
in the open room. I never saw you.
completely bails on that idea and goes to the back. So he could have come down and taken fuel if he was going to do that. Edwards deciding not to be at the front anymore. Set our ticker back to going to gap. See who's still in touch with everyone. Checking the intervals. Everyone should still be in the draft. Everyone on the lead lap anyway. 68 Jake Lawrence has gone a lap down out there running by himself, and JR Deal fans, he is rolling. So on pit road right now. See if we can get a look at JR one more time. He might be coming down to take his fast repair at this point, because why not? Yep, there it is. Getting the fast repair on a 9 car after getting back rolling again. Unfortunately, JR didn't have his fast repair checked when he came in. Had a meatball, had to sit there for 9 minutes for repairs, and that's what's taken JR out of the event. His only hope now is to hope the 82 gets involved in a wreck. As the wreck happens, 4 of Cody Cleaver goes around.
That you like to stay on.
Cody Cleaver, field scatters behind him. Let's see if we can jump on board and see what happens to the 19. Mullins drifts up. Cleaver goes up into Harry Grindell. Ethan Evers piles into the 19. Let's see from the 26. He's riding in the second lane there. Wreck happens up ahead.
Car, come past me.
Sound like he got hit from behind.
I had to let the one car by. I'm on the way.
Oh yeah, 35 of Banky
Yeah.
gets into Evers, pushes him into the 19 of Cleaver. Cleaver banged off the 70 car. 70. Harry Grindell looks like he's okay. See, Mullins goes up, then Cleaver shoots up, bounces off the door of the 70. Hits the 54 of Kincaid. Kincaid gets some damage, but straightens it out. A lot of cars headed to the infield, but no one hit the wall that hard. At least from what we saw. Working lap 18 of 90. Cars will come down, top off the fuel tanks again. Some cars may stay for damage repairs, some may take quick repairs. Klepper Newell staying out in the 21. .44 Corey Deal picking up the
I really dislike you.
few seconds of fuel. JR Deal is angry at Clapper Newell for staying out. JR Deal not able to take the waiver out. Thus the I really dislike you. JR would have gone from 7 laps down to 6 laps down had Clapper Newell pitted. Corey
Who's
Deal
this guy
blinking.
in front of me?
Some no driving asshole.
God dang.
Wes Parker and Cliff
Are you
Mullins.
coming to the Fall Brawl event at Hickory next month?
I gotta see if I'm up for that one. If I'm up, yeah, I'll come.
You know you want to come raise some hell?
Y'all say y'all both might go to Hickory?
Yeah. Y'all let me know. I'll show up. I live like 10 minutes from the daggum track.
That
Any of
again?
y'all heading to Florence on the 19th for Junior's return race?
No, that's too far for me.
Ken Griffey Jr.?
I might just have to get down there for them because I ain't but 20 minutes from the track.
Well, I'm about an hour because I moved with my wife. But yeah, what's my side?
Hell, how far am I?
Yeah, I'm definitely, I've not been to Hickory but once or twice this whole season, but I am thinking about, going down to Florence. Well, if anybody goes to Hickory, you're gonna have to buy pit passes, because I'm gonna be down there working, so.
Sad Midwestern noises.
Well, whose shitbox you working on?
We're bringing some street stocks from East Tennessee, son, and Southwest Virginia.
We just talking all kind of
that's
racing
gonna
here.
be a trip.
That ain't bad. We're coming to race Landon.
Hell, they probably ain't even got a motor in that thing yet.
Clapper Newell leads Cliff
What?
Mullins.
And they probably ain't got a motor in it yet.
Blake Roebuck third. Bill Roebuck
Landon's
fourth.
driving that red Camaro, I heard.
Dingman fifth. Bikey sixth.
Oh, yeah, that's right, he's
Montrose
running
seventh.
boost car.
Cody Cleaver eighth.
Yeah,
It's the
we're-
same time? No idea.
Yeah, we're gonna race hell with that car.
Jay Munch ninth. Hayden Lull in 10th.
Nice.
Which, I mean, we plan on going the whole time, but now Landon's coming. Ooh, it's gonna be fun.
Hell, I think that's the next race that Moonhead's running that, the Pro Late in.
Autumn doesn't get to go to the fall brawl, so the rest of the team will be lost with Wes.
Oh, Lord.
Amusing.
It's gonna be a big old party at Hickory.
All right,
Well,
20
Mike
down.
be the one down there screaming out to shake that beer.
70 to go.
Or shotgun.
Hard to get a word in on these folks.
No, he was screaming that at Atlanta when he was, spraying the champagne. He said, shake that beer.
Oh, okay. I just want to get one of the cars from the garage now and race the street stock, but that'd be my first time. I'd be nervous.
It's okay. Everyone's nervous during their first time.
Awkward.
Oh, crap, I gotta do this restart zone crap. I forgot how to do it.
Don't speed, let the car in front of you
good
go
thing they're
first.
not enabled.
Okay, good.
Clapper Newell leads us to the restart in the 21, having not pitted. Clapper leads. Blake Roebuck going to take second away from Cliff Mullins. Mullins drops in with Bill Rivard. Then Rivard goes back to his outside. Mullins shoots up, and now Rivard's already on his outside. Rivard playing nice this time.
Sorry, Bill, I had to run.
Cliff and Bill push out to the lead. The Mullins out in front, going to lead this lap. Rivard will be second. Mark Dingman's gone up to third. Clapper Newell doing the same thing Edwards did. As soon as he loses the lead, dropping back.
What? I see a deal talking about dumping her, I get scared.
Edwards in the middle in the 14. Let's take another look at our fast repair situation. Dingman takes the lead in the 82. He's right on that cutoff line for the points. Got JR Deal up at the top. JR trying to get his lap back. JR all the way down the track in front of Cliff Mullins.
Where the hell did JR come from?
JR now 6 laps
Let
down.
that man lead this race.
That team now hoping for a caution. Obviously he won't be able to drive away from the field and stay out front, so hoping he'd be the car out front of the field. If the yellow comes out, he would get his automatic lap back, and because no other car is off the lead lap, he would also get the lucky dog. So in a sense, if JR is leading this pack when the caution comes out, he would get 2 laps back. Unless another car goes a lap down. All 25 cars still running at this point. Fortunately for JR, I kind of feel the green flag run coming on here. I think we've wrecked enough cars to where people kind of settle down a bit.
Jake, you want company or nah?
Nah, I'm good. Write it out.
Mark Dingman, Brennan Bikey leading the race. That orange and white machine on the inside line, not on the lead lap. So the purple and black car behind them is the first car on the lead lap in that line. Cliff Mullins. Now Mullins is trying to get the lead away from Dingman. So Mullins pushes that lap machine of JR Deal out in front. Dingman's used his fast repair and he's not sitting back. He is out there leading the race. Grindell's used his. Cleaver, Clapper Newell have used fast repairs. No JR Deal in 25th has. Let's see. 21st to 24th. Could be why they're back there. Lawrence used his in the 68 and Evers in 26. A lot of fast repairs gone early. I think Jake Lawrence has decided to get away from the field. He's voluntarily lost the draft, thinking maybe there'd be another caution. Heard someone ask if he wanted some company. Some of the Fort Worth crews dropped to the back and broken away from people. 26, 74, and 66, all Fort Worth cars. They are 21st, 22nd, 23rd. 3.5 back from race leader and 1.1 back from this little pack in front of them. Little pack, I say, but it's the main pack. They're just kind of single file towards the back of it. up front. We're still 3 wide for the lead. Dingman leads as the orange and white machine once again not on the lead lap. Now Cliff Mullins gets the race lead, that black and purple machine. Second car inside row. The 9 car JR Deal begging for a caution. Clint says the next caution will be lap 33. Write that one down on your scorebooks. We'll see how true that is. But 26 months from Clint Roberts. What a perfect number. I don't know, Clint. I think we're going to green flag stops here. The Christmas 26. We're almost back in season for that. Almost. I should make a Halloween one. Could do it. You ready for holiday cheer and festivities? Sure. I'm down with that.
Jeremy, how much fuel you got left?
Hayden asking Clapper
Like
Newell.
8 laps.
Clapper, of course, did not come down for fuel on the last stop.
Trying to save the best I can, but it's not working.
That means the fuel window is going to be about 24, 25 laps? Something like that. JR Deal continues to be out front, but not the leader. As long as JR's got that nose out front, he is only 6 laps down, compared to 7 now that Dingman is in front of him. JR leads and the caution comes out before the field laps another car. JR Deal would get essentially 2 laps back. So far for JR, hasn't caught that caution. JR, once those green flags stops to start and hopes that someone doesn't do it correctly. All quiet. The drivers are focused. Cliff Mullins leads in the 37. Ahead of Mark Dingman in the 82, Andrew Beach in the 71, Bikey in the 27, and Grindell in the 70. This series does do points at halfway. Go ahead and get that information logged here. Halfway will be the end of lap 45. We have made it a third of the way. Or as Derek Watkins would say, 10%. Mark Dingman pushes his 82 out front. Bikey up to second. It's one of those tracks where I just love listening to the engines. All the cars are racing by. Oh, the
Matt,
67
I'm
of
literally
Hayden
trying to
Lowell.
ride.
Hayden Lowell just pounds the outside wall, no caution. I think Benke's going to get into the right rear a little bit. Knocks the 67 into the outside wall, damages the 67's right front corner. Heard Hayden say he's just trying to ride. Now he's got significant damage and he's going to lose the draft. Now 19 cars in that lead pack. Hayden Lowell down on the 23rd as that Fort Worth Screen Group trio has passed him. Mark Dingman, meanwhile, retakes the race lead from Cliff Mullins. That was so close, Clint. So close to being the caution you wanted. I heard Clapper say on lap 20 he had about 6 to 8 laps of fuel left. So he was trying to save. We're 6 laps later. So we'll see if the 21 has to come down by himself. Dingman and Bikey continue to make the high side as Cliff Mullins comes up into Brandon Bikey. Around Bikey goes. Harry Grindell gets a piece, as does Montrose.
That was my fault, Brandon. I've drifted up right there.
Clapper Newell coming to a stop.
God, there ain't no way you was ahead of me.
Like JR Deal being told to stay behind the race leader. Dingman was way ahead of him. Here's confirmation.
44, you trashed.
Bikey gets a piece of Andrew Beach and
I'm trying to catch up.
Montrose
10-4.
and the 70 of Harry Grindell. Didn't see too many cars involved despite where that started. That could have been way worse. You got the golden horseshoe tonight, it seems. Corey Deal wondering how he made it through that again. Turns left, hits the brakes. Montrose piles into the wreck, avoiding Corey Deal. Looks like Clapper Newell able to stop and not hit it. So Montrose, Bikey, the 70, and there's one other car. Who was it? I think Andrew Beach got a pretty significant piece of it in the 71. He gets into the door, yeah, and then the 70 punts him in the rear. Let's go on board with the 44. Mullins slides up, hits the 27, turns him down into Andrew Beach. Harry Grindell, nowhere to go. Corey Deal gets in the grass somehow, stays off of Andrew Beach, doesn't get hit as Montrose piles into the wreck behind him. Let's watch this from the one car.
How did I miss you, Andrew?
The wreck happening up ahead.
I don't have a clue.
Montrose tries to find Corey Deal, but didn't slow down quite enough. Smacks into the wreck. See Clapper Newell in the 21, slamming on brakes behind to avoid it. Clapper Newell just stops and lets everyone go. Alright, pit stops again. Pit road a busy place. Everybody on lead lap coming down pit road. Everybody except Hayden Law. Hayden pitted under green to fix his damage. So he will find himself at the front of the field now.
Did the pits open when I pitted? I don't know.
What? Clever Nil is saying he pitted when the pits were open. It's the first time when he pits. Here he is coming off pit road. You see the red lights on the left and Clapper Newell entering the pits. The pits were not open. And Clapper Newell went down. Red lights clearly on there. Saying the pits are closed when Clapper Newell pits. I'm sure some sort of black flag will be coming to the 21 car.
Here to go.
So Hayden Lowell, after pitting under green, after getting into the wall from contact with the 35 of Matt Benke on lap 33, now finds himself leading the race. By staying on the lead lap after making his pit stop. Bill Rivard, 22, 44, 37, all coming down to top off the tank. Not a bad move when you're at Talladega. Seems like about half the top 20 coming down. Top off the tanks here. Should see everyone briefly stop in their box and then roll away.
Oh, I meant to pick the top, my bad.
So 13 stay out here. Corey Deal, first one to come down and top off, will come out in 14th. JR Deal does get the lucky dog, but by Dingman being about a nose out in front of him when the caution came out, JR Deal doesn't get the 2-lap advantage. He just gets 1 lap back and has to try and work his way back to the front and position himself to try and get another lap back. If he can get some quick cautions, we're not even halfway, so he could make his way all the way back to the lead lap. It's a long shot, but he could. He needs everyone to stay on the lead lap for it to happen, though. Or to fall out of the race completely. JR's worst enemy is that Mark Dingman's currently in 2nd. JR is back in 25th. JR is currently 6 laps down. He was 7. Currently no other cars a lap down, though. If we look at the points as we started this race, you see JR Deal and Mark Dingman right on the cutoff. JR was 1 point back. Dingman currently in 2nd, doing all he needs to do. I got a moment. Let's look see where the opening round of the playoffs is. Oh, hey, I know that place. Richmond Raceway. Happened to work there for a while. Been there a time or two. Pace car is going to head on to pit road. We're going to get this one restarted on lap 40. Hayden's chosen the top. Field works their way all the way around the tri-oval. And there we go. Hayden Lowell gets us restarted. Mark Dingman leading the inside line. Neither one has much help at the moment.
So.
Inside line kind of sporadic, really the whole field. That restart not very clean. Everyone's kind of spread out. So not a lot of push, not a lot of momentum of these cars will start to accordion back together.
Jeremy, you're blinking pretty good.
Yeah, Jeremy Scheer blinking pretty good.
Oh, my bad. Sheer. The 15.
Gallimore going 3 wide through the middle in the 6. Help from Brandon Bikey. Leaving the 69 of Joel Munchell out to dry. Gallimore closes in on the back of Mike Edwards in the 14. Mark Dingman having a whale of a race. Riding behind Hayden Lowell up in the top 3. As we pointed out, Dingman right on the cutoff line for the points. Needs a good run
Hey,
tonight.
Corey, I'm going to the back to pick up my teammate.
Not your teammate anymore? Okay.
You're my brother. You're more than a teammate, dude.
Well, the field getting a little crazy as we're 3 wide up at the front.
Eric is coming for your window.
Beach has got a significant back end damage, but if you're going to get damage somewhere on your car at Talladega, you hope for it to be the back end. Front and sides, very important for aerodynamics. Back, a little less. Edwards gets the 14 out in front, briefly. Hayden Lowell down low, Bill Rivard up high, leading those lines. Edwards does lead that lap by a couple hundredths. Now we racing.
Mark, this whole energy comes for you. You got to be closer. You got to bump on the straight.
Hayden asking for the bump, and we're not even halfway. Something about this seems unwise. Four on the bottom, 4 in the middle, and 5 up top. Like Edwards thought about drifting up to pick up Bill Rivard in the top line, but Roebuck wasn't clear. I think Edwards wanted to stay with them. Jeremy Scheer still blinking there in 17th spot. Top 16 are all in this main draft. Scheer's trying to hang on to it. Looks like once again the Fort Worth cars have backed off and formed a secondary pack. They are running 16th. No, not 16th. They're running 18th, 19th, and 20th. With them is Jake Lawrence, Andrew Beach. Ian Montrose's scramble on the front stretch. So far, everyone's holding it together. Got the Penguin on the apron. He's going to drop to the tail of the field. That was scary, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I did that.
One more look at it. Roebuck gets into the Penguin. Roebuck shoots up to the wall. He hangs onto it. Penguin down onto the apron. He hangs onto it. Cars in the middle trying to avoid them. All avoid each other at the same time. That was a really good job by everyone involved to not bring out the caution there, much to the disappointment of JR Deal. Looks like the Penguin has fallen all the way back to 16th. Clapper Duel is back there with him. Let's see if they're able to hang on to the draft. At the moment, I don't think they will. Lafayette 1.2 back and falling. But if they get in line, they should be able to link up with this pack. Jake Lawrence, Dustin Franklin, Ethan Evers, John Garrett. They're trying to save their cars for the ends. Meanwhile, Mike Edwards, Bill Rivard leading in the pink cars. Team Pink, first and second. Hayden Lowell with the pink 67 and third. Whole lot of pink up front.
I thought you just want to give me a heads up before you got close enough I couldn't see.
Contact, was that JR Deal smacking the wall?
I'm hot, Mike.
Didn't pop a 2X, but it was JR Deal and got right up on that wall. He's up there again, JR Deal. We're in that third line trying to catch Bill Rivard. Get out in front of this pack, try to get a 2-lap back situation once again.
Dang.
Some dang it happening.
Let's go, dang it.
Mike Edwards, Bill Rivard to the top line. How have J.R. Deal and Wes Parker in tow? Looks like Blake Roebuck's seen enough. 30 car bailing out there on the backstretch. Mark Dingman fading back a little bit. Dingman had been running up into the top 2 or 3. Even led a few laps. Now Dingman back to 7th. Mark Kincaid joined the bottom line with Cody Cleaver and Hayden Lull. J.R. Deal, Wes Parker shooting through the middle. Bill Rivard and Mike Edwards trying to push J.R. Deal out to the front. Help out J.R. Deal to get some of his laps back if they can.
Look at choo-choo train. I want to jump on that choo-choo train.
See damage on that 54. Not sure if that's the reason why he's hanging back or he just doesn't want to get too close with Cleaver pushing all over the back of Hayden's Mustang. See that second pack did catch
Okay,
up.
I realized that you might want to go. Okay.
What?
What?
It felt like you weren't trying to go, so I backed off you.
Nah, I can't tell if I have any damage or not. I kind of rubbed it on the wall a little bit off too.
I mean, I'm sucking up to you really quick, so I don't know.
That's probably not a good sign.
Let's take a look at Cliff Mullins. See if we can see for him. Don't know if he's listening or not, but we'll look anyway. Don't look too bad. I don't see no separation.
That's ridiculous on me.
Now the 69 in front of him's got some right front damage. J Munch, the Halloween Keen Parts Mustang, he's got some right side damage. But Mullins looks okay. See that right side on that black and orange Mustang, a little beat up. Speaking of Mustangs, Hayden Lull and Cody Cleaver 1-2 brought Mark Kincaid up to 3rd. Now Cleaver tries to go to the middle and get a push, but those 10-10s boys having none of it. They all go to the outside of Cleaver, leave him in the middle. Cleaver finding no friends from that 10-10s camp. Now they're 3 wide. Bill Rivard up top. They go into turn 3. Rivard, with the help from J Munch, trying to get out front. It's J.R. Deal and 22 of Parker went to the middle. See some right front damage on the 22 of Parker also. He gets in the back bumper of JR, wiggles him around. Come to the line, start lap 50. JR is driving his ass off. Just has such an uphill battle for him right now. Dingman knows all he has to do is beat JR Deal and hope no new winners that have enough starts to make the finale. Right now, Dingman is in 12th, perhaps trying to take care of his car as he has already used his fast repair. 40.5 laps to go. JR Deal back out front. And JR Deal obviously not in the lead, but the 9 Little Caesars machine leads the pack. That's where he needs to stay. Hope for a yellow now for the 9 team. If you're rooting for a long shot, that's what you need. What up, Man Cave? Welcome on in, my friend. Still a moderator in our channel. We don't forget where we come from. JR Deal, the outlaw. It's currently 5 laps down now that he's in front of the field. Less than 3 and an F&B. Had to turn off sound commands for the race, or else I would do it. Hayden Law still leads in that Napa yellow and blue Mustang. Mark Kincaid is second, Wes Parker third in that middle line. Max, what up? Thank you for the follow. Another Cave RPer hanging out in here. Edwards has to win or he's going to jail. Mike Edwards in third at the moment. Riding that white and pink Toyota. Now looks to the outside of Kincaid. Looks like Cleaver's going to pop up with him in the 19. And Mike Edwards goes to the race lead as soon as you say that. Leads that lap. Mike Edwards doesn't want to go to jail. I've heard your name before, Max. I don't know. Weird. So remember the orange and white car not on the lead lap. That is Outlaw from the KFRP servers. He is 5 laps down, trying to get 2 laps back if he gets a caution at the right time. Fortunately, the field kind of spread out. It's going to be hard to get a caution when the field is strung out the way it is. We know these cars go about 20 to 20, let's see, 24 to 26 laps if they're all run under green. Currently we're on lap 16, 17 of the stretch. What's wrong with Verlander? How you gonna hate on a Richmond kid?
Red, JR.
You don't care if he's local, fine, but what did he do to make you hate him? I mean,
Hey, Matt, do you have any
he did go to ODU. There is that. Edwards jumps down in front of JR Deal. JR Deal hates to see that.
10-4.
That'll trap JR Deal from
You'll
being
be
able
drop
to.
on our line. Harry and Ian both are hurt. I dropped back to try and help them before we realized how bad.
JR Deal wants to go back out front. He's having none of this. JR Deal quickly to the top side in front of the 19 of Cody Cleaver, Wes Parker, Bill Rivard, all on that top line. Inside's Mike Edwards, Hayden Lowell, 54 of Kincaid, and the 69 of Joel Munchell. The outlaw JR Deal doing everything he can to try and get his laps back, but he is up against the wall. And now they're going to split him 3 wide. Cleaver all the way to the top. I think the 10-10s boys are going to stick with JR and leave Cleaver out the dry. Oh, as JR Deal comes up into Cleaver. Cody Cleaver smacking the outside wall after contact from JR Deal. That is significant right side damage for the 19. It's going to fall all the way to the tail of the pack, just behind the 21. Jeremy Clapper Newell. Cleaver now 20th. He may be too slow to even hang on to the pack. We'll see. Keep an eye on that distance, but now we're single file. After that contact, JR Deal lost all the momentum, fell back to the 5th car in line. Trying to draft his way back up at the top. Now Kincaid. See, he's got some right side damage. He's probably going to give hit 3 wide. JR Deal does not want to push him.
I'm at 6-3 laps.
Kincaid goes back down into the 4th car in line on the inside. JR trying to use his 10-10 crew and ditching literally everyone else. Now the 10-10s gang going to try to push him back out in front. All 4 cars on that outside line at the front. Teammates, including his brother Corey Deal. And you have Bill Rivard and the 22 of Wes Parker all trying to push the 9. They're running out of laps to get him back on lead lap though. Still 6 laps down. No cars are falling out of the race completely yet. JR Deal running 25th. For his playoff hopes, he has to beat the 82 of Mark Dingman. Dingman currently in 11th. And Dingman on the lead lap, so JR would have to make up all the laps or hope trouble befalls the 82. That blinking is getting really obnoxious. Cliff Mullins has decided to pretend he's in 10/10ths. He's gone to the top as JR gets in front of Mike Edwards, but again, that not for position, so Mike Edwards still leads in the white and pink 14. Wes Parker drops down to the bottom lane. Might be getting close to pit stops. Hayden Lowell. It's been 25 laps since he's been down pit road. Edwards 22. I would think Lowell would try to go as long as he can and try to come with someone else.
67 pitting this time, 67.
And that was the fear. He may not be able to go with someone else. Don't hear anyone else coming down with him. And you can't make it to the end from here. So Lowell will have to come back down pit road. There peels off the 67. Looks like he may have gotten Kincaid in the 54 to go with him. So there we go, Kincaid. At least he has one car to go with him. That's way better than going all by yourself. We'll see if they can come off the pit road together. Meanwhile, I'll be watching all this. The Fort Worth crew has joined the main pack. Instead of dropping all the way off like they normally do, they're in this main pack. This field getting single files. We get ready for green flag stops. Maybe another 2 laps. We'll see how far they decide to go. JR Deal wanting them to pit early and try to cause a caution. Oh, but JR, the 9, coming down now. I would have thought he would have stayed out and hoped for the yellow in case there's some not good pit stopping. Looks like the 69 may have missed pit road. Try to get a better angle here. One more time as they come down. See the car all the way to the yellow box. He clipped the cone. We'll see if that was close enough. Also got a piece of the 22. Boulevard backing up in his box. Looks like he missed his box. That's going to be a costly situation for the 10. He's going to probably lose out on the draft. All these stops gas only. Looks like J Munch did get a penalty. He's still sitting in the box. So he did not make pit entry appropriately. And here comes the field to put him a lap down. So they catch the 1 of Ian Montrose also. A lot going on at the same time. Montrose with heavy damage. These guys all staying out.
1 pitting this time around.
So Montrose using the strategy of staying out as long as he can until he went a lap down. Now that he is a lap down, he's going to come down.
82 pitting.
Have to imagine most of these cars will be coming this time.
Whatever number I am pitting.
Yeah, that works.
Perfect. Whatever number I am pitting. And here comes the lead pack. 15 Jeremy Scher blinking in and out, stays out. See 3 Fort Worth cars and Nathan Lafayette stay out also. Mike Edwards coming to pit road. John Garrett leads in the 66.
Just let me know when we get to him. I can't see him.
71 pitting this time, 71 pitting this time.
Whatever number I am
All right,
pitting.
we're here. Back up a little bit and pick up JR a little bit.
70 in.
It's all the comers and goers See this group of leaders coming out together. Edwards has a bit of a gap on him, but the rest of them are together, so they'll be able to catch Edwards.
You have any damage?
Let me
No,
go
I'm
look
clean. I'm
at
trying to get JR. I'm
Hayden
sorry.
Lowell. They're coming in a hurry. They're going to fly by these guys.
Joe, where you going? You're in the middle a little bit.
Like they are.
So Hayden Lowell's going to take over the race lead. Actually, is that the 69 or J-Munch? Yeah, he's penalizing a lap down. So J-Munch leading that pack, but not leading. Oh, the crash! Wow. What happened there?
Wrecking.
Look at that's Mark Kincaid and J-Munch. They are down off the
No
track.
caution?
No caution because they're
inside, but
off the track. Now the caution comes out because someone drove on the track right in front of Bill Rivard.
Kidding me.
Wow. Bill
What
Rivard
happened,
just
Bill?
piled in there.
Yeah, I did that deal. My bad. I thought I had my relative on and I did not. My bad.
So the caution comes out right here as J-Munch drives up onto the track and stops right next to Bill Rivard, and then Kincaid right in front of Bill Rivard. Nowhere to go for Bill.
Pace car, metal back.
It's right on board the 10. You'll see the 69 roll up to the track and stop to bring out the caution on purpose right there. And then Kincaid, Rivard trying to avoid him. Nowhere to go for Rivard. He caught him way too fast. So I'm sure race control will have a look at that 69 car deliberately bringing out the caution.
check up into 3.
They are. How many laps are you down?
Good.
Oh.
Yeah. The only reason I was racing up front, trying to race for Marie back, but they followed through on time.
So let's go back and see what happened to J-Munch to get him in that situation in the first place.
Well, you looked good up front anyway.
Appreciate it, brother.
Switch to the
And
35
yes, I know
somehow.
I'm a terrible pusher.
I think I'm going to need a black where the car does behind with our engine.
Hayden,
Alright, let me know.
Kincaid.
If you get it.
Looks like the 54
Yeah,
turns Hayden a little bit. Hayden corrects it, comes down. Kincaid,
Thank you.
then trying to avoid him, comes
Alright,
down
I'll
into J-Munch. Kincaid and J-Munch
all
come
good.
together.
Who?
J-Munch drives it up onto the
I
track,
need a black clear as well.
brings the caution out.
God bless you.
I would be too, Bill. Not one but two cars come up right in front of you. One of them your own teammate. I would be pretty mad. Yup. For sure, Hayden. Don't push at an angle. So the top four have stayed out here because they had just pit when the caution came out. John Garrett, Ethan Evers, Dustin Franklin, Mike Edwards, the Fort Worth Screen group. Then you have Bikey, Dingman, Roebuck, Lafayette, Gallimore, and Beach, your top 10. There's John Garrett leading the race. See if we can drop down, pick up a word with our race leaders. We're under caution. John, DG, you got a copy?
Tip 4.
Well, it seems like that caution came out at a beautiful time for your team there. You and your teammates 1, 2, 3, and 4. What are the plans here going forward?
Yeah, that made me look like a genius calling strategy there. Yeah, we're gonna try to stay up here and see what happens. I think we can make it on fuel.
I think you're a little short.
So I think we can make it.
I think you're a little short. Everyone came at 25. There's still 26 to go, and you've already run around 2 laps. True, they're under caution, but still.
10-4.
You'll have to get maybe some yellow flags or Then you have to worry about green white checkers if they come out. You know, it's playoff race. I'm sure people will get antsy towards the end. So.
For sure. But you know, we're all pretty safe in the points, so we're here to win her.
10-4. All right. Well, good luck to you and your team.
All right. Thanks, man.
John Garrett leading the race. Bill says if you save from here, you can make it. I think there'll be green white checkers, so I think it's going to throw a wrench in it anyway. We got the lights out on a pace car. We're filing up 2 by 2, getting ready for a restart. Let's go ahead and look at our fast repair situation, see who has them and who doesn't. Remember, if you see a one by their name, they have already used it. Ethan's used his, Jake's used his, Matt Benke, Brandon Bikey, Dingman, Grindell, Clappernill, Kincaid, Montrose, Hayden Lowell. Not many left in that top 20. A little further back. Gallimore's the only one outside the top 20 that still has a fast repair left. So a lot of them have been burned at this point. Still 25 to go, and I hate to tell you, they're not done wrecking. Looks like Bill Rivard has fallen out of today's race.
Hey, sir, you know you can't be up here.
Does not show JR as a lucky dog because we were in a green flag stop, so I'm guessing someone went a lap down. And currently, if the caution comes out, J Munch would be the lucky dog. So JR is still shown 6 laps down. JR will pass Bill Rivard, move up a spot.
But you good?
He's fighting Mark Dingman, who's on the lead lap in 9th.
Yeah, I'm just saving everything I can.
Hey guys, any chance we can actually get in order here before the race starts?
No chance.
No.
See? Real quick,
All right,
there you go.
fine, I'll just spin you, man.
Bill's in with the win in second.
Please do.
Alright, John Garrett going to lead the top 4 cars from Fort Worth Green pinning to the start of the green flag. And blink out right when we talk about him. Come on, John. There we go. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. John Garrett has help from the 74 of Dustin Franklin. Ethan Evers, Mike Edwards on the outside line. 2 caverp.com cars. You have Jake Lawrence, the 68 Toyota, and the 35 Matt Benke. Oh, John's blinking again. I can't see him when he's blinking. I'll ride on with Dustin Franklin. Hopefully that's a good enough camera. John's blinking a lot.
Honestly, I can't see. You're my...
Mike Edwards, Ethan Evers working that top line. JR Deal in the 9. 4th car in line on that high side. He's been one not to stay behind anybody, but it doesn't have his 10-10 teammates all around him right now. We'll see if he rides or if he waits. See Benke and Lafayette both moving up a bit. Don't know if they're just handling bad or if they're trying to start that 3rd line. See Cliff Mullins all the way out by the wall. Wes Parker bails in the top to go low. Then he starts to look middle. It's like J Munch looks middle, trying to hook up with JR Deal, I do believe. As the 2 KVRP Toyotas drop to the front in front of John Garrett and Dustin Franklin. Now you have Benke in the 35 leading the outside, and I think JR Deal is going to bail on him. A lot of wheeling and dealing up front. J Munch tucks in behind JR Deal.
Nice.
Now JR Deal leads. Drivers are on the nice lap, if you're wondering why people are saying nice. Randy88, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you.
Nice.
Nice. JR Deal with the 69 of Joel Munchell and the 22 Wes Parker. Two of his teammates. He's gotten out front. He's taken J Munch up there with him. J Munch is currently now in the lead lap in 23rd. Those two cars in front of the pack. Wes Parker and Ethan Evers side by side for the race lead. That's the white and teal 26 and the black, orange, and white 22. They are both behind JR Deal and J Munch. Now, if it stays like this, J Munch is on the lead lap and will be able to go all the way around. JR Deal would be 5 laps down instead of 6. And then the only car off the lead lap would be JR Deal. So then JR would also get the lucky dog. Ethan Evers moves up to jump in front of Wes Parker. Wes Parker having none of it. Parker splits him out 3 wide. Ethan Evers probably going to have to fall back in line behind the 14 on the inside line. Able to do that. Evers thought he would jump in front of Parker and get back out front, but the 10 Tenths team has a strategy here, and they are sticking to it. Andrew Beach on the top side, no help, by himself in that Adam Petty spree machine. $20 to go from Talladega. Things are getting spicy up front. Wes Parker now behind his 10-10 teammates as the two Fort Worth screen cars go to the outside. Edwards leads that lap. Ethan Evers second, Wes Parker third. Interesting chain of events. The 68 10-10 cars actually on the outside. And it looks like one of the Fort Worth cars is on the inside. John Garrett down on the bottom behind Wes Parker.
Yeah, I know, I did that.
Wreck? They don't wreck.
I was scared of the 69 car.
Well, that's not true, Rowdy. You also need Jake Lawrence to be on lead lap. No, not Jake Lawrence, the 69 of J Munch. You need J Munch to be on lead lap. Because if J Munch, which just bailed out, if he's not out front of the leader in the 69, he gets the lucky dog. So right now, if it comes out, lucky dog is the
then
69.
I KO still. Go on, make me feel bad about something else.
No, you said something. I'm good now. I appreciate it.
So now Mike Edwards leading the bottom lane, Ethan Evers leading the middle lane. This is about when you'd normally see a third line for him. But the two CaveRP.com Fort Worth Toyotas leading the two lines. Now the 35 Banky look to the outside of the 26. Outside line not forming up very well. Now the teammates are side by side. Tough move there. Edwards going to fall back with no help in the 14. Teammates get split up. No idea. I have no idea. I don't drive the race cars. I don't know. Wes Parker now in the lead, pushing JR Deal so hard.
You're gonna have to choose a lane, bud.
And Jake Lawrence saying he needs to choose a lane, and we've been seeing the same thing. That 35 not staying in a single line, bouncing between the middle and the top. Jake Lawrence keep thinking about splitting them 3 wide. Now we're 4 wide briefly, still 4 wide. Now Edwards has a helper in the 35, as what was expected to happen happened. Jake Lawrence had enough of the 35 weaving side to side. What do you know? We went 4 wide and nobody died. That's impressive. And we're back to 2 wide too. We try to make him feel like part of the team, Roddy. Too much fun in the shotgun. Man Cave sponsors our cars, so he's part of the team. So we're putting tracks in GTA. Nice. Always like the down the drain race. So Wes Parker now leads Cliff Mullins up to second. So now Edwards has gotten on the back bumper of Dustin Franklin, that top line, starting to get some of the Fort Worth cars together with the help of Jake Lawrence. Oh wow, they're putting Texas in GTA. That sounds crazy. Hopefully it's old Texas, not the crappy new one with the flat turns 1 and 2. Oh yeah, the top of the stadium, the one I made up there. You said it is the new one? Oh no. That's no bueno. Ethan Evers briefly took the lead from Wes Parker. Don't know how those two cars with such a big gap to Cliff Mullins are staying out in front here. Ethan Evers going to lead that lap. Jake Lawrence will be across the line second. Wes Parker all the way down to third. Now Ethan all the way to the bottom in front of JR Deal. We've seen before JR Deal's not going to like that. First opportunity, we'll see him try to pass the 26. I believe Jake Lawrence is trying to let him up, and he does. Jake Lawrence slows down that outside line just enough to let JR Deal jump out in front. Wes Parker trying to go to the middle and abandon the 26, but he has no help at the moment. He's going to be side by side with the 14 of Edwards. Edwards does not get the 74 to come up and help him. So Wes Parker is going to fall in between those two. Now Jake Lawrence leads in the 68. And when it looks like the Green Power Rangers. Jake Lawrence leads over Dustin Franklin. Franklin on the outside leading the brigade. You got a 1010s car leading on the bottom and a Fort Worth car pushing. And then on the outside you have a Fort Worth car leading and a 1010s car pushing. Strange bedfellows with 13 to go here. Lawrence pushing the daylights out of that 9 car.
Talladega's really about to become a fuel mileage race.
Usually is. Jake Lawrence leads that lap in the 68. Keeping JR Deal out front just in case the caution comes out. Currently J Munch not on the lead lap. Dustin Franklin falls in behind Jake Lawrence. The top side is starting to fall apart. Top line really losing all of its help. Right, Waddy? It's about to be a race at Dega. It's what made Dega is. It's not that JR can't win, it's that he's so far of a long shot that he's not going to win. He's just not. He can, but he's not. Where's Harold and Andy? I should be sleeping. Well, Harold is in 13th, and Andy is 14th. They're riding together on the inside line.
Yeah, I know, Joel. Or Cliff. Whoever was behind me there.
There they are. Harry's got some nose damage. Beachy's got some booty damage. Casey Curran wins the championship. Nice. Thanks for the update there, Sharks.
There, buddy. I couldn't hardly hear you.
Wes Parker
But I didn't mean to run you.
It seems like that outside line just can't get any momentum. It's like Parker's staying beside Dustin Franklin on purpose. Try and keep a third line from forming. So that he can keep JR Deal out front and the 68 in second. Or leading. Second car in line, but leading the race. Well, if you know someone that can make up 5, really 6 laps in 10 laps, I'd be really impressed. I think this outside line needs to ditch the 22. If the 15 and 35 would just go wherever the 22 doesn't, the rest of the outside line hopefully understands what's going on. I'm on ATVO ANR. The 22 is clearly doing everything he can to help his teammates on the inside line. They need to get rid of the 22 if they're going to do anything on that outside line. No problem, you know. Looks like Cher and Benke are at least exploring the idea of leaving the 22. They went up a lane higher that time. Bill Elliott made up 2 laps under green. Yeah, he needed to do that many, many times, though. And with only 8 to go. Is this where Cher finally looks to the outside of the 22? He's close. No cigar, ducks back in line. The top side's where this momentum for a lead change has to come from. Drink, you got it. Crap, I'm out of water. You'll get it. We'll get there. 8 to go from Talladega. Oh, a little door bang between the 74 and the 22. Second place battle. Making door contact. Cher still peeking wide on the 22. Parker using the inside line to keep up his momentum with the side drafts. Is that John Garrett looking to the inside? He's going to try to shoot the middle.
No.
Benke thought about coming down. John Garrett said no. I don't think John Garrett realizes the 22 is just trying to help his teammates on the inside line. I don't think he's trying to pass anybody. Now Garrett looks like he's going to go all the way to the top. Now Wes Parker gets down in the middle between the 34 and the 14, breaks them apart, and then jumps back in front of J-Munch. Now we got some 3 wide. Now they're going to have to make some decisions. Jake Lawrence bobbles up in the 68. JR Deal wiggles up off the bottom as the lead car in the pack. Wes Parker, the white, black, and orange Toyota in the middle is your leader. See the cars starting to dance side to side. Things are getting intense. Intensity is ramping up with 6 to go at Talladega. John Garrett all the way across the nose of the 22 and all the way to the bottom in front of JR Deal. We've seen time and time again, JR Deal does not want to be behind anybody. Let's see if Wes Parker lets him up in front of him. Not enough room. JR Deal, no choice but to push John Garrett. John Garrett using that third line with help from Jeremy Scher to take the lead.
Or do you want the draft?
Wes Parker dead sideways in the 22, somehow saves it. That would have been a field wiper right there. Benke gets turned, comes down the track. That's going to collect half the field at least. Corey Deal is up into the air and gone.
Wow.
Huge crash right after JR Deal got past.
Well, we were right, Hayden. Bruh, really?
And the anger.
There was, just watch the replay. That wasn't intentional. I hit someone. They came in front of me. I'm sorry, Blake. I know you had a miss. I'm sorry.
It's like the 54 of Kincaid gets another one. Benke goes around and just wipes out the field. Rough
we
night
were
for
right.
Kincaid.
We knew what was going to happen. I went through the pits one. And you just threw up.
Hey, there's the motor, I love a faster pill. We're done, boys. Pack it up, go home.
I mean, 35 has been very
2 wins
unstable,
in the
and then
playoffs. We'll
Kincaid
see y'all
not giving him room for his weave in side by side gets into the back of Banky, so I would put it
It's
equally
about
on the 35 and the
67 there,
54.
Corey.
And then all
67
calamity.
just blew his motor. He might need a yellow. Can't confirm though, so I'd wait for him to key up.
He's out.
Listen, everybody catch up.
This is 35 red and black with the pink numbers has been swerving the whole time up here, and finally bites him as he gets turned by Kincaid. Kincaid not far enough back to allow for that kind of maneuvering. Let's watch the 35's ride as he gets sent Corey Deal up and into the catch fence, Ricky Craven style. McKenna coming in at the wrong time as Hayden blowing up. Banky's blinking too. Corey Deal was blinking. Everybody was blinking.
Whenever I hit pit road, unless you want me to wait on you, Corey.
There's Hayden. He's fourth car on the top side. He gets a piece of it there. And then, wow. 26 Ethan Evers, he's destroyed. Beach is in it. The 70 gets a piece of it. Oh my gosh. Late hits from Cleaver and Harry Grindell. Did anyone make it through? That's the question.
I did.
Taking notes for Thursday?
I need it.
Let's see, Blake Roebuck, Clapper Newell. Let's ride from Clapper Newell's roof.
Yeah, I got pass under yellow.
Here we go.
Thank you.
You should watch the race and then you join when Hayden crashes. Clapper Newell instantly starts checking up, blinks out. Watches Corey land in front of them. Oh my gosh. Clapper Newell makes it through from the back without a scratch. That was wild. So a lot of cars going to be sitting on pit road for damage repair. Let's go to TV3 so we can actually see them. It's Brandon Bikey in the 27 torn up. Ethan Evers' car destroyed.
Yeah, I'm doing well. I avoided that.
Grindell still
Easy
torn up.
pants, though.
Clapper saying easy
stock.
pants.
I had to use plenty of
Cleaver
slip
misses his box. He's going to have to back up. Does he have the fast repair? He does not.
This day I just seen a car flip into the fence and then flip in front of me down the track.
Yeah, that was Corey.
Oh, I seen with the wall.
In the air?
Wall, sky, ground. That's all I seen.
Wow. Well, the big one has happened at Talladega. Lap 88 of 90, so close to the end. Everybody but Mark Dingman came down pit road. Mark Dingman going to roll the dice here, hope there's no green-white checkers, and try to get a win. I like that gamble. He just needs to finish ahead of JR Deal. That's Mark Dingman's only thing he needs is to finish ahead of JR Deal. Currently, Dingman leads, and JR Deal is 24th. J Munch coming down pit road. J Munch, of course, not on the lead lap.
Telling me to line up on the inside.
Yeah, it's telling me. Dude, I mean,
John, you take it. I'm giving it to you. You can go outside, buddy.
So everybody just should double up then, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know why it's doing that. It shouldn't have done that.
iRacing braking.
What the hell?
The consistency of iRacing kills me sometimes.
iRacing's broken.
I was like, I'm fifth. I'm supposed to be on the outside. That ain't right.
That's all I got, Cody. Sorry.
NASCAR? Nah. Fighter jet? Maybe. Field works our way down the backstretch as we get set for overtime attempt numero uno. We get 3 attempts should we need them. Mark Dingman trying to make the fuel last. Has stayed out in the 82. Rolling the dice. Problem for Dingman is usually the outside has the momentum on these restarts. John Garrett sitting in a good spot ahead of Wes Parker.
Hey, Michael. Shake and bake, baby.
Mike Edwards currently in the 8th spot. Has been told by his sponsor, Cave RP, he's either winning or going to jail. Last time I was at the track, we had a hell of a time. What up, Jodaba? Long time no see. How are you? Good to see you. Hope things are going well for you. Still programming, I assume. 3 to go from Dega. 3 to go. Be 2 to go. Green, white checker at the line. Let's go. We got a lot of varying bed partners here and a blinking 15. And a blinking 22. This is not good. Parker blinking. Scherer blinking. Oh my goodness. Doesn't look good for making it back to the flag for the white. Field rolls all the way around the tri-oval and green flag, green flag, green flag. Green white checker attempt number 1. Wes Parker blinking behind John Garrett. Mark Dingman gets a big jump, which is usually not good at Talladega. Sure, it feels good and looks cool until the field blows by you. Now, if Dustin Franklin can get in front of the 66 of John Garrett and then shoot up in front of his teammate, not able to do so, though, as Parker pushes John Garrett down the backstretch. That outside line going to have a full head of steam heading down to 3, except Wes Parker keeps blinking. Now the 68 of Jake Lawrence in the middle. Wes Parker still blinking in the 22. No one knows where he is. Cliff Mullins is in there. Hopper Newell's been shaken to the bottom. I think Wes Parker's sitting in a good spot if he can stay solid. But now the top line breaking apart as we're trying to go 4 and 5 wide. Oh my goodness, Jake Lawrence, Wes Parker all get turned right at the line. John Garrett, Mark Dingman, Dustin Franklin, the only 3 to survive it. Wrecks happening behind, but John Garrett, Mark Dingman, Dustin Franklin, Dingman facing a 2-on-1 as the other 2 cars are teammates. We're 3 wide for the lead with the only 3 cars that survived the wreck.
Unfortunately, no. My steering's a little jacked up.
Dingman, Franklin all the way up the top. John Garrett at the bottom. Franklin now realizing he needs to help the 66. Drives all the way to the bottom. Dustin Franklin going to push John Garrett into the tri-oval.
Yeah, my steering wheel's almost 90 degrees turned to the left to go straight.
Dingman fighting back on the outside for second. They make contact. Dingman going to get second. John Garrett gets the victory. And the 74 of Dustin Franklin will bring it home third. Dingman will get that playoff spot as he has beat JR Deal.
And tried to push him in.
We saw the wreck that happens when cars blink.
I think we were going to have the run, but I got
Paul Gallimore brings it home 4th. Nathan Lafayette gets a top 5. Blake Roebuck 6th. Harry Grindell 7th. Cody Cleaver 8th. Mikey 9th. Mark Kincaid in 10th.
I don't think I've ever finished a Talladega race.
Yeah, I told you that, Corey, and he did it early in the race.
Cover a drag race to the line here, Jake.
Kincaid smacking into the wall.
Yeah, I don't
Watch the 66 and 74 come do their burnouts. We can get the top 3 to the waiting room for the driver interviews, please. Be John Garrett, Mark Dingman, and Dustin Franklin.
Great win, John.
John wins in his own series for once.
Appreciate it.
Good win, John. Awesome job, dude.
John always helps us put on the series with the broadcasting sponsorships from Fort Worth Screen Printing, and here he goes, getting a victory in it. That's got to feel really good for him. I'm watching the 66 do the burnouts. Hey, I set up a camera for this. Dingman second, also awesome. Yes, Mark. Strong run in the 82, getting that 12th spot in the playoffs, I believe. We'll have to verify it later, but I do believe that is what he needed to get into the playoffs in the 12th spot. I believe John may have blown it up. I guess the wheels are still turning. We got Dustin Franklin in the interview room. Let's go grab a word with our third place finisher. Dustin, DG, you got a copy?
I do. How's it going, man?
It's going well. It's going well. What did you think when the entire field disappeared and it was just the three of you left?
I don't know what to do there. Like I figured I'd take John on the high side. He forced us 3, so I got slow up on the high side, so I just did a little crossover there, I guess, some sort of thing, and made sure John got there for the win.
Yeah, good teammate, good pusher there, and Dingman was able to snatch second back away from you right at the last second, but still bring it home in the top 3 for a very nice finish for you, and get ready to start the playoffs next week. How do you feel about the playoffs coming up?
I feel like we're gonna do all right here. There's some tracks, more tracks that you can practice at. It's kind of hard to practice at super speedways. So I'll put in a little time on them and see how we do going forward.
10-4. You got those friends, family, and sponsors shout-outs for us tonight?
I want to thank John, as always, Fort Worth Screen Esports. I want to thank 83D Graphics, Goose Graphics. I want to thank Rebecca. She was helping out in our Cheatham. She was helping out in our chat today. I want to thank you and everything you do. I really appreciate you.
10-4. Thank you so much, sir, and we'll see you in the next one. Good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you.
As Dustin Franklin is 74, bringing it home third. I'll go grab the 82 of Mark Dingman. Mark, DG, you got that copy? Hello.
Hey, Swiss.
There we go. Hey, Mark. Well, you brought it home second. So close to the win, but did what you needed to do to move on in the next round of the playoffs. How good does that feel?
That feels amazing. That was probably the best race I've had in Sidewinder, and it came at the right time.
Yeah, leading laps and getting a second place finish. What did you feel inside the car when you looked behind you in the mirror and it was just 3 of you left?
I thought, well, this is going to be interesting because I believe they're both teammates too. So it was me against 2. So
I'm not
just trying to hold on as much as I could.
I'm just going to
luckily pulled
clarify,
out
I'm
the
all
second.
right. I'm in the care center.
Yeah, brought it home second. It was a hell of a job. Very good battle. And like you said, you were in the middle of it all day. And I was impressed because you took that quick repair early in the race. I thought you were kind of drop back and save your car. But no, you were right up in the middle going for it. And I could definitely appreciate that.
Brakes in that accident. You just
yeah, there was definitely some times where once we realized that I was towards the top and get some stage points, we figured go for it. Just trying to secure the win. We kind of kept an eye on JR the whole time just in case.
Yeah, JR unfortunately got that accident early on, didn't have his fast repair checked, had to take 9 minutes of repair on pit road, went 7 laps down. Got one of them back, but that was it. And, his team tried as hard as they could. He was up there racing up front trying to get them laps back, but unfortunately it just didn't work out for JR.
Yeah, most of my racing in the lead was racing against him.
Yep.
When he was a lap down.
That was pretty wild.
Yeah.
You were like second car on track leading. All right. Well, we got those friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us tonight.
Yeah, shout out to Cool Runnings Motorsports, Brandon and Paul, the awesome team. I'm having a great time with them, learning a lot, getting better, and standings are reflecting it this year. I mean, I'm feeling good. And also TGA Cards. They do card grading, and thanks to Jason and Mark over there at tjcards.com. If you have any sports cards you need graded, go over there and they'll help you out.
They do strictly cards, or they also do comic books?
Just cards.
Just cards.
Yep,
there you
just
go.
Cards.
Any kind of cards. Baseball, trading, Pokemon.
Big Pokemon, custom labels, the whole deal.
10-4, there you go. Grading authority. Go get your cards graded. Thank you so much for racing with us. We appreciate you, and thanks for all you do for our community. We love having you. So congrats on the second place win and making the playoffs, and go get them in the next 5 weeks.
Awesome. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Mark Dingman in the 82. Let's go find the man of the hour. I think he's still hiding down in his team chat. We'll drag him up here. It's going to take me a minute. I click him through all the different channels. We'll get him here eventually. And there we go. John Garrett, DG, you got a copy?
10-4.
Well, sir, you get it done in your own series here, the Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity series. How good does that feel, picking up a win?
Finally, I think that's my first one.
It is. But it's we put on a heck of a series. It's hard to win these.
It is hard. That's why I like to run them. There's lots of cars show up, good drivers. Yeah, just all our strat worked out. I think we were going to make it on fuel. You didn't think we could, but I think we were good. and I almost stayed out at the end anyway, but we went ahead and ducked in since there wasn't too many cars on the lead lap and got some fuel.
And
And
high
then,
probability of a green white checker.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then they wrecked coming to the white. So, I mean, it worked out great for me. It'd been fun to race it out, but,
How'd that feel looking in a mirror and there's just 2 cars left behind you?
it looked great. It'd been even better if it was, cautions thrown by iRacing because it would have been over. But I felt pretty good about that with Dustin behind me also.
It was cautions by iRacing, but the white flag had already been displayed, so that's why it wasn't. Like I said, the white flag was already out. That's why it wasn't over. You still had to go around.
Oh yeah, no, it was.
Yeah, they won't throw that yellow.
In official races, they just lock it down right there. So.
Well, that'd be new.
No, it was great. Nice to win one finally in my own series.
Heck yeah, you've helped put on the series for us and give us a great place to race with the Fort Worth Screen Printing crew. And here you are in Victory Lane in the Dead Parrot Rum Vodka Chevrolet. Go ahead and throw down those friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us tonight.
Yeah, so many of them. I need to make a list and put it on my screen here.
Yeah, just have a sticky note.
Right.
Have it ready.
Fort Worth, 2 sticky notes. Fort Worth Screen Printing, Athens Screen Printing, John T. Garrett Stream, Dead Parrot Vodka, Slots, Dead Parrot Rum, Slots Vodka, GSMT, Head Candy, of course, Cookouts. I'm sure I'm leaving people out, but everybody involved. Tomorrow night, not to go against anything you're streaming, but I'm running in a big charity race with, I can't think of his name, Eric Estep. Anyway, check my Facebook and socials for all the information. I think it goes off at like 7:30 Central. I think they already raised like $10,000 for charity. So it'll be on YouTube Live. Lots of big names in it. I'm not one of the big names.
Hey, you're an ARCA driver. That's a big name.
But we'll be running. There'll be some NASCAR drivers in it too. We're running 87s at Daytona, so it should be interesting.
And make sure you get to John's Twitter and go find the link to vote for his 66 car. Get him bumped up in the voting for the paint schemes because he's got a good one.
Yeah, I was checking voting earlier in the Habana Brista, the suntan lotion car.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dave Shieldhouse is driving it, and he's been working his magic. He's way up there in the votes. So,
well, at one point,
touch him.
At one point, when I looked, you were winning. So there's that.
Yes, I was winning for a little bit.
All right, bud. Well, congrats on the victory at Talladega. We'll see you in the playoffs next week. Thank you so much for all you do for our community, and we appreciate you, my friend.
All right. Thanks, Swiss.
John T. Garrett bringing it home in Victory Lane in the 66 Dead Parrot Rum and Schultz Vodka Chevrolet. Let's go ahead and bring in JR Deal just because he's in the waiting room. JR, DG, what's up?
Hello.
I saw you hanging in the chat, so I figured I'd come say hi.
Well, see, I feel like I deserve an interview.
For racing up front most of the race and not being on the lead lap?
Like, I've led more laps than anybody else.
Kind of.
Yeah. Not technically, but technically.
Well,
oh, man.
It's what a hell of an effort to try and fight your way back, but just never got your cautions to fall the right way, and your little Caesars Toyota just never got to really get where you needed it to. So, tell me how the race unfolded. Like, we know Jake got in the back of you, but like, what happened to cause that? What triggered it?
We was talking on the radio, trying to figure out a way for us just to get up front and cruise. And we all got a run going into 2, so Wesley, myself, Jake, somebody else, we just all popped out of line and we was just going to get in top and just ride. And when I was catching up to Wesley, I had to let off just a little bit because if I would have hit him going as fast as I was going to wreck everybody. And Jake just didn't give me the room to brake a little bit. The accident bumped me.
You know what's amazing?
What up?
I said before the race that the deals always go to the top and get wrecked. And you were trying to go to the top and got wrecked. And you know what happened at the end of the race? Corey Deal went to the top and got wrecked. That's just what y'all do at Talladega and Daytona. Y'all go to the top. Usually at the end of the race. You did admit at the beginning of the race this time.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, but it's no fun if you don't go for it, right?
Yep.
Sometimes it works out, and when it does, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, honestly, it It was fun up till then.
Well,
And
chat
then,
and everyone had a really good time rooting for you, Mr. Outlaw.
hell yeah.
I'm gonna start putting that over your door frame when I paint your cars. By the way.
Oh, I'm cool with that.
It's gonna
I'm
look
thinking about
sick.
changing my Twitch name to that too.
Sweet. All right, broski. Well, congrats on a good season. Just not a great season. Not quite able to make the playoffs, but you can now go for that 13th spot and try to be the best of the rest. So still something to fight for there.
I forgot all about that.
Yup.
That's a thing. I can still
Yup.
do that. Yeah.
Paying forward.
Do that.
All right, buddy. Good luck, and we appreciate you, and we'll see you in the GTA Cave RP.
I'll see you later.
JR Deal in the 9, bringing it home. Down in 23rd, disappointing race for him. Strong car, as you could see, but just got caught off guard with the fast repairs not taking. Ends up 5 laps down in 23rd, beating Hayden Lowell and Bill Rivard. Dustin, great finish. Everyone, great time. Let's go ahead and run through our final results. I promise we can get to them. You just have to click a lot of things. Here we go. A lot of different boxes to close, open, move, maneuver. John Garrett picking up the win in the Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series presented by Mr. Gosan. We appreciate John and all he does to help us put on our broadcasts and our series and the league as a whole. Mark Dingman brings it home second. Dustin Franklin in third. Paul Gallimore fourth. Dathan Lafayette fifth. Blake Roebuck, Harry Grindell, Cody Cleaver, Brennan Bikey, and Kincaid, your top 10. Kincaid had all sorts of up and down nights. Still gets a top 10. That's impressive. So much heartbreak for Benke. Ethan Evers brings it home 11th. Mike Edwards 12th. Those two KVRP cars were up near the front towards the end, but got in that big wreck late as they were stuck on the bottom. Cliff Mullins 13th. Jeremy Scherer 14th. Wes Parker 15th. Andrew Beach, Jake Lawrence, Corey Deal, Jeremy Clapper Newell, and Ian Montrose rounding out the top 20. Final page, Jay Munch, Matt Benke, JR Deal, Hayden Lowell, and Bill Rivard. Tough break for those drivers finishing towards the back. Hope you guys enjoyed our broadcast. We have to say this has been iRacing.com. Head on over there, pick up this track, these cars with your subscription, and come race with us. Hope you guys head to DGSRacing.com. Click on the big red snake. That'll get you to our Discord where you can sign up for any one of our 9 different leagues. Yes, 9 different series. Odds are we got something you'll like. Come on and check us all out, DGSRacing.com. Appreciate you guys so much for being here. Appreciate your support, and we'll catch you in the next race.